Hello everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and share my video. And be sure to become a member of my wreath group where you will get an exclusive video every month that you can only see if you're a member. Today I'm going to show you how I make this really adorable gnome witch wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I have my 21-inch lime green mesh. I got this really pretty, it's like a premium mesh. I believe that's what it's called. But it's got these really pretty edges. I think that'll look great when I ruffle it. I got the sign, and then I'm going to use this gnome ribbon. I've actually used this in a previous video. And I've used this witch ribbon. And my lime green and white polka dots. I'm going to do 3 in each section. I've got some zip ties, pipe cleaners, and these are for the sign. Normally I would hot glue and E6000 my sign first, but I forgot to plug in my hot glue gun, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my ties on my wreath. But this is like a plastic sign, so I'm definitely going to need hot glue and E6000. I don't really think a staple will go into that. So to start, I have 14 pipe cleaners here, and I'm going to use a silver wreath frame. I get my wreath frames from Dollar Tree. They're 14 inches or 14 inches. And I am saving the tag so I can use it to help me glue the pipe cleaners to my sign. I'm going to start by adding a pipe cleaner to each crossbar in the center. I go around the 2 center rings and I twist it 3 times. I end up with 6 in the middle. For the outside, I'm just going to pick a random crossbar to start. I'm going to add my pipe cleaner the same way I did on the center, except this time I'm going around the 2 outside rings. I'm going to lay my pipe cleaners along the second from the outside ring, and then where the pipe cleaners end, I'm going to add my next one, and I'll do this going all the way around. I'll end up with 8 on the outside, so I'll have a total of 14 ties. Alright, I finished adding my pipe cleaners, and I open up all of the pipe cleaners on the outside, and now I'm going to add some pipe cleaners to my plastic sign. I'm going to use some E6000, and I just like put a big blob on either end. Then I'll lay my pipe cleaner in the E6000, getting it even, or as even as I can. And then add the hot glue over top. And I like to use Gorilla Hot Glue. And I put a good amount of hot glue. Then I'll take my piece of cardboard and lay it over the glue. And this way the cardboard sticks to the pipe cleaner, which sticks to the sign. And it makes it where it holds it all together because the glue will go on either side of the pipe cleaner. But once this dries, the E6000 will hold it on there really well. So I'm just going to stick this to the side and let it dry. I'm going to do a poof method with my lime green mesh. I'm just going to gather it at the end. And this is just the metallic mesh. There's nothing special about it. I'm going to add it to a crossbar that has a pipe cleaner. I just lay it across and then attach it with a zip tie. Then I'll just trim everything away. And I'm going to do 10-inch poofs, and I like to use my mat to help me measure. So I'm just going to start, I'll start at the 20 and pull to 10. Alright, so I'll grab it like this, and then when I get to 10 inches, I'll squeeze. I'll pull it up here, then add it into my next pipe cleaner. I'm going to twist 1.5 times, and fluff it. Pull out to the 10, add it in, and I do the extra half to make sure it doesn't come undone. Now we'll go around and continue adding poofs to the outside. The last poof, I'm going to go ahead and make my poof and then lay it over where I have the zip tie, and then just pull the pipe cleaners around and do the 1.5 twists. And I'll fluff it. Then I like to go through and open all of the center pipe cleaners. Then I'm going to pull my mesh into the closest pipe cleaner. And then I'll just twist once just to move it to the center. And now I'll just continue making my poofs. When I get to my very last poof, I'm going to open up the first pipe cleaner I used to pull the mesh in. And then just lay this one over it and wrap my pipe cleaner like I've been doing, 1.5 times, and fluff. So the way I do my wreaths, they end up with a seamless loops or circles. Alright, now I'm just going to trim this away if I can get it to pull out. And then I'll just push the mesh through to the back and attach it with a zip tie. And I like to use zip ties because it holds a lot better than the pipe cleaners. And then I'll push my zip tie to the front so nothing's poking out the back and trim it away. And there's my poof base. I'm going to cut my mesh at 25 inches. I'm just going to clean up this edge. I'm using my rotary cutter to make it straight. I'm going to do 25 inches this time just because I want to use as much of this mesh as I can. So to do that, I just pull it out to 24, grab it, move over 1, and then grab it 0 and pull it to the center. And cut it away. And this mesh is so pretty. Alright, I'm going to cut 14 pieces of this so I can have one in each section. If you decide to use regular mesh, you would do the exact same thing. You don't have to use the premium mesh. I just really like the way the ruffles look with these ends. I got all my mesh cut, and now I'm going to lay it out flat and put something heavy at the end to help me with my ruffle. And I'm just going to take it in the center and I'm going to gather it. I'm doing like an accordion fold all the way down. The curlier parts at the end of the roll are a little bit harder to work with, and that's why I put something heavy there. But look how pretty this ruffles. I really like the way that looks. Alright, I'm going to add it into my pipe cleaner. If I can get it to open. I'm going to twist 1.5 and then make sure I overlap the edges so it makes a really pretty ruffle. And then I'll do it again. Just lay it out flat. Once you get to the bottom of the roll, it will be a lot easier. You might not need something heavy to hold it down. It's just these curly parts. It really makes it a pain to try to ruffle it without something heavy. Just going to add that into the next pipe cleaner. And 1.5. And after I overlap these, I'll fluff them up against each other. And that way we don't lose any of it. So I'm going to go through and finish adding all of my ruffles. This is what it looks like when it's done. It is so beautiful. I'm really in love with this mesh. Now I'm going to cut my ribbons. I'm going to use my 12-inch piece of cardboard. I'm going to need 14 of each ribbon, so hopefully I have enough. If not, I might have to grab some different ribbon and just mix it up. But for now, we're going to try. So I'll lay it out flat where it's even with the cardboard. And then when I turn it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't usually like to go more than 7 because it will mess up the measurements of the ribbon and you won't end up with 12 inches anymore. So once I cut those, I'm going to fold them in half long ways, cut at an angle from the wire to the crease. And that gives me cute dovetail ends. I'm going to go through and finish cutting all of my ribbon. After I got all my ribbons cut, I stacked them the way I want to add them to the wreath. And I'm just putting the green in the back, and then I have my gnome wreath, or gnome ribbon, and the witch feet and hat ribbon. Normally I don't put the flimsier ribbon to the back, but the way I fluff my ribbons when I have 3, I want the green in the middle. So I'll show you how I do that. I try to get it even, fold it in half and crease. Then when I open it, I'll pinch where I creased it 3 times. I'm going to add it into my pipe cleaner. Then I'm going to twist 3 times because I'm done adding things. And then I like to use a glue stick to roll down the pipe cleaners so I get a really cute curl. And then when I fluff my ribbon, I take the 2 top ones and I'll pull them apart to create an X, and then I'll leave the one in the back. So I end up with kind of a flower of ribbon. And it looks really pretty. Here, I'll show you again. Take my ribbons, get them as even as I can, fold them in half, crease, and pinch. And I twist 3 times because that ensures that it's not going to come undone. And then I just like to curl them down because I think it looks nice. You could also trim them away or just push it to the back. And I like to do them opposite, so when I put the purple this way, I'll put this one this way on that side, and the same with the white. So now I'm going to go around and finish adding ribbon to all of my pipe cleaners. I finished adding all of my ribbons. I have 3 in each tie. I think they're so cute. I did position the ribbons that are horizontal where I have a certain direction that I need to put the wreath. A couple of them are backwards, but it's not a big deal. And then my sign has dried, so I think I'm going to put it here and add some kind of bow. I don't know if I'm going to use the same ribbon. I might add in some different colors just so it pops off of the wreath. But to add my sign, I'm just going to feed the pipe cleaners through to the back. And flip it over and twist. I'm going to do the same up here. I think that's how I want it. And then I can put my bow over here. The good thing about using pipe cleaners is if I'm not happy with the way it looks, I can always undo them and move it around. The mesh just like I did with the sign and push my pipe cleaners through to the back. I'm going to position it as I pull, and I like that, so I'm going to turn it over and twist it around the frame and around the outside. And of course I'll fluff my bow again and mess with my tails and get everything the way I want it to look. That's it. That's how I made my Gnome Witch Halloween wreath. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching, and if y'all learned anything today or like my video, please like, share, subscribe, and be sure to become a member of my wreath group. I will leave the link in the description below. Thank you.